What's up? You're watching Cheap Seats. I'm Riley. That's Graydon. And today we're going to go through our fantasy lineups for Fantasy Football 2025.
That's right, Riley. Last night was the draft for Veers season, which is the name of our friend's fantasy football league.
Yes, and it is named after my roommate, Hunter Veers, who is not in the league.
Yes.
It's just named after him. It is a 2-flex, full PPR, 10-team league. I had pick number 7.
Yeah, I had pick number 9.
And also, I do want to say that I was not able to live out my true fantasy, which we'll get to later. But Graydon stole my fantasy from me, and so now I'm stuck living in this bullshit reality.
Honestly, didn't even think about it. I think we're both just smart, and that was that.
I confided in you about my 2 players I wanted most, and guess what happened?
Yeah, I mean, that's nice of you to imagine that I remember the things you tell me.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to go through our fantasy teams, kind of one by one, position by position, our starting lineups for the first week, and then our benches.
Yep.
And we will be begging the question, chat, am I cooked?
Yeah.
Is my lineup chopped?
Uh-huh.
These are the types of questions that we will be asking, and I expect comments to be like, was this a 30-man league?
Yeah.
Was this what is this, a 30-team league? Y'all are idiots or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of discourse on the internet. I'm not used to the hostility of the sports environment. I'm used to doing music, comedy, and then pop culture stuff. It's a lot lighter over there. I've never been called some of these words. I had to Google a few of them.
You are the returning champ, though, of the league. I feel like most of our Cheap Seats watchers will know that due to the volume. You let everyone know that last year, but you are the returning champ in your inaugural season ever playing.
Yeah.
Kind of a classic first-timers luck deal.
Sure.
So let's see if you have the skills to repeat. Can I start with my lineup, Riley?
Please. Well, you start with your first one, and then it'll go to me.
At quarterback for this week and for the majority of the year, I imagine, I will have Patrick Mahomes. I didn't reach for him. I got him in the 6th round with the number 2 pick of the 6th round. I was pretty comfortable with getting, reigning Super Bowl MVP, or not reigning, but, former Super Bowl MVP and easily the most talented quarterback in the NFL in the 6th round.
I don't think the most talented. I think, probably the best overall.
Yeah. I am banking big on the emergence of Xavier Worthy. I think in my predictions, I talked about that. I can see a Tyreek Hill-esque season for Xavier Worthy here.
Okay, let's get over to my quarterback here. Kronk, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I have the most talented quarterback in the league. I had him last year, and he was my MVP. I did an award ceremony for my fantasy team last year.
Yeah, I remember
when
that.
we won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. It's just
Super
the
Bowl
championship.
Fantasy. Still, it's the what else are you going to call it?
The
It's
championship.
Super Bowl. And he was the Super Bowl MVP and the MVP of the season, and then Josh Allen stole it from him in real life.
Yeah.
And so, Lamar, happy to have you back on the squad this year. I'm so excited for what we did last year. I think we're going to build on that and could even score more points. All right, next.
All right, I got my running back 1, my first round pick at 1-9. I got Ashton Genty. Really wanted Jahmyr Gibbs, didn't slip all the way to me. I think he went at 6 or 7.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with Genty. I'm big on just youth in the RB position, and I do like the element of the unknown. But overall, if anybody can handle 25 carries a game, it's Ashton Genty.
Yeah, he is completely unproven, only played at Boise State, and as Rich Eisen said on his program, he's going from Boise to men. So we'll see how he handles that, and that, of course, is a 90s R&B reference for those younger fans of the show.
Yeah, boys to men.
Boys to men, and he's going from Boise to men, the men being the NFL players he's going to go up against. By the way, I forgot to say, sorry, I got Lamar Jackson in the 2nd round.
Yeah.
With the, 4th pick of the second
Way
round?
too high for a QB.
But I knew what I was getting, and I was banking my 25 points a week with that guy, and I didn't want it to happen in the 3rd round where he didn't get to me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to reach for Lamar because I know that I can trust him, and we have chemistry as a coach and player.
Safe as fuck, bro.
Thanks, man. All right, now to my first running back, Travion Henderson. Listen, I got kind of screwed in the running back room. You'll see where I spent a lot of my early picks. I don't remember when I got Travion, but it was later on. There are a few reasons that this happened, that I had these running backs. I do believe in Travion Henderson, by the way. I think he's going to be great as a rookie. But we had a friend, you may know him, Huntley Chamberlain. He was unable to draft. So he's set to auto draft, and the first 4 rounds it picked running backs.
Yeah.
All running backs.
His room is stacked.
Yeah, he has a stacked running back room. I don't understand why he needs all those running backs. I don't think he understood it either. I think the computer did it for him, and it was strange. And also, there was a big rush on him. It was like Saquon, Bijan, Ashton Genty, the other guy that you got. And it sucks, but at the same time, I do think he's going to have a breakout rookie season. I think he could be offensive rookie of the year. And so I'm happy to have him, but my running back room is not my favorite part of my roster.
Very much so. It is mine. With my second one, Booyakasha. I got the boy Buck. Who gives a fuck, Irving? This guy's a monster. He averaged like 23 fantasy points last year, and he was really splitting the load. And this year, it's pretty clear he's going to get like the full RB1 usage, and I think it's going to be crazy. I think he's going to be like a 25, 26 per game kind of guy. I'm super high on the Bucks. I love how Baker distributes the ball. He's going to get a lot of catches. He ran great screen game last year. I think he could be like leading yards scrimmage guy in the league this year.
Yeah, although you said that, Bijan, he wasn't going to get you went against my take that Bucky Irving was going to have more rushing yards than Bijan.
Maybe, but I think he'll have more scrimmage yards.
You're very loose on your takes. You're a flimsy guy.
I think Bijan has more rushing yards. I think Bucky gets the most from scrimmage yards.
That's what you said the opposite in the other video.
Yeah, I know, and now I've changed. I'm reading news. I'm absorbing material. I'm dreaming. I'll have a dinner. All of these things.
Do you mind if I take a sip of this Boston
cream time?
I wish we did this during my the Travion Henderson part because he's playing in Boston wherever that is.
I am in a bar league, and the name of my team, and that is Dr. Creamer.
Oh, my team name is Team Riley Savage. I'm the only honest player in the league.
Yeah. My team name for this week is Team Stop Asian Hate.
It's awesome.
Yeah. And I'm going to just kind of cycle through ending hate and hope one of them comes to a screeching halt.
Yeah.
When I dominate. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's awesome. This was my dream player, Bucky Irving. I wanted him on my team so bad. That's all I talked about. And then Graydon stole him from me right in the second round before my second pick. And then, my running back room, listen, just put it up. Yeah, it's Jerome Ford.
56% roster.
Right. Yeah, I love the Browns.
I do too.
I have another rookie running back on my bench that I'll get to I have some depth there, but they are kind of all gambles. I just think Jerome Ford is going to be the guy getting the ball most at the beginning of the season, at least.
Sure.
As a running back. And so this is like one of my last picks in the draft. I think I got him in the second to last round.
In other Browns news, Quinshon Judkins might play against Cincinnati.
Yeah, he might. But he just showed up.
Yeah, he just showed up.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some wide receivers.
Yep.
I got the guys I wanted, which was great. Mm-hmm. That feels really good. I drafted both the wide receivers I wanted. T. Higgins is my first one. I think he's going to have a great year. I wouldn't be surprised if Jamar Chase, he set the bar so high.
Yeah.
I don't think Jamar is going to have a better year than he did last year.
Yeah, he was number 1 pick, obviously, in most leagues this year. So,
and that trend rarely holds. Like, that value is like, it's super rare that the consensus number 1 pick is the number 1 fantasy output at the end.
Totally, but I do think that the consensus number 1 pick will be the wide receiver 1 for the Bengals. Like, I don't think that T. Higgins has a chance to catch Chase.
I think he could.
Yeah, I don't think that.
I love this. I think there's just there's a lot more value at wide receiver, I think, all over the board, and in a PPR and a 2 flex. Tight ends matter a lot. Any running back who can catch the ball matters a lot. So my fear was I didn't want to end up like reaching for a wide receiver and then trying to get like a running back who I'm imagining is going to win the starting role later. I just wanted the security of RB1s on my team, and I'm happy with T. I hate that I have to start a Bengal. I hate that later in my roster you'll see I have 2 Steelers, which is disgusting to me. Hopefully, I'd rather lose every fantasy matchup than see them produce a bunch of points, but I do believe in their talent as people.
All right, let's get to my second one, or my first one, sorry. Amon-Ra St. Brown. This is my, pick at number 7 in the first round. I really didn't know where to go here because I wasn't I kind of thought the same thing. I thought like Jahmyr Gibbs might fall to me.
Yeah.
There was a few people I was kind of tossing around, and I almost reached for Nico Collins or Malik Neighbors, and then I didn't do that.
Yeah.
And I just went with Amon-Ra St. Brown, who I truly am like a little bit iffy on. I'm glad, like, I think it's a really good wide receiver room that I have, and I think he'll be good. But if you look at his fantasy points from last year, they're not insane.
No, he's not the biggest touchdown guy.
No, but I think he's great. I think he's one of the best wide receivers in the league. But I wasn't as thrilled with my first round pick as I think I could have been if I just decided to reach.
Did anything with our fantasy league being jam-packed full of Lions fans have anything to do with you picking him?
For sure. I kind of was like, he's going to get picked before it gets back to me.
Yeah.
No doubt. I was surprised that he didn't get picked right before me.
Yeah.
But that was, again, auto-drafted, and he took Derrick Henry. So I should have reached for Bucky or Nico or Malik, I think. But at the same time, I'm happy I have Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Of course. I think that's like a steady, he's going to get you 16 points.
Yeah, he's going to start every game.
Yeah.
So, all right, go ahead.
All right, what do I got? All right, I know a lot of people aren't going to love this one, but I believe in Marvin Harrison Jr., who I got here. He's a wide receiver one on a team with a capable quarterback. And I didn't draft, he's not my first drafted quarterback. I got him in the fourth, or wide receiver rather. I got him in the fourth round. I think a wide receiver one with a good quarterback in the fourth round is great value. He had 1 year. He had a rookie season where the expectations were really high, and he wasn't an absolute dud. Right. He wasn't like a great start him every week kind of guy, but he looks like he's put on some weight. He looks fast. He looks more implemented into the offense. I think chemistry in an additional year with Kyler will only do good things for him, and all of that talent that had us all hyped up last year is still there. He's not like a on the wrong side of 30 guy. Like, this guy's like 23.
Yeah, totally.
So I was happy with this pick. Yeah. My first 4 picks went exactly how I wanted, and then post this, I got into having to kind of play it by ear. So
yeah, all right, let's get to my second one. Yep, I got JSN. I think he's the number one option in Seattle. A lot of people are saying that Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp have developed some sort of chemistry where he may end up being the number one.
White guys.
Yeah, white guys will do that. But I just like, Ohio State wide receivers. Yeah. They're reliable. I think he was great last year. He was kind of like surprisingly good, and I think he takes another step up this year. So I was really happy to get him. Yeah, that's
and just
it.
Deep threat wise, I feel like he's by far the best deep threat. Well, they got Valdez-Scantling, who's crazy fast, but JSN is so good at getting a ball deep in coverage, and Sam Darnold can fucking sling.
He can sling that pill. He can sling that pill around. Yeah,
just like I did in college.
Right. Real quick, I know there's a lot of Hivemind fans watching who don't really know that much about football, so I wanted to take a quick break from the football stuff and go through some other news. Is that okay with you?
I guess seems stupid, but
sure. Okay. In other news, congratulations, Veronica Slowikowska, new SNL cast member. That's awesome.
That's great. It's so far from football, though.
Okay. Trump is alive, despite popular belief. What are those bags that they're dropping out of the White House? That seems strange, right? But congratulations to Alabama for getting the new space base. I'm excited for you guys to have the space base down there in Alabama. Sorry, Colorado. Maybe you'll get it back someday. Third, Sabrina Carpenter receives a strong 5 for her new album, Man's Best Friend, from Anthony Fantano of the Needle Drop. I think it was a little better than that. Probably a strong 7 to a light 8 in my mind. Also, happy 9-year anniversary to Colin Kaepernick protesting during the national anthem. America is racist, and he wouldn't stand for it. Okay, and then in Bill Belichick news, it looks like Unc is washed. Cool. All right. That's all I got.
Cool. Let's get into my first pick of my first tight end pick.
Right. Yeah.
I reached here a little bit. I got David in round 7. I needed a tight end. I needed a pass catching tight end. I needed someone who could threaten for a lot of touchdowns at the position. And I really wanted a Brown, and I saw the best Browns kind of slipping away from me. Mm-hmm. So, I didn't get Judy. I think you ended up with Jerry Judy somehow.
Maybe.
Someone did.
Well, I guess we'll see.
We will see. So I didn't end up with Jerry, which I really wanted. And the running back room there is just a wash. Whatever. I think David Njoku, at least through the first 6 games, if Flacco lasts that long, is going to be could easily be the number 1 tight end in football. Mm. He's great in the red zone. He's great yards after the catch. I don't think he's going to get games where he catches 11 balls, but I think he has the best big play potential of any tight end, really, outside of like Evan Ingram, Kyle Pitts kind of zone.
And he's also tough as nails. You know, he got sprayed with hot oil, and
he's tough as absolute nails.
Yeah, he's figured it out.
He's taken awesome. Joe Flacco on joyrides in an ATV around Cleveland. I love all the chemistry going on there. It looks like he has good chemistry with Shador, too, so I imagine good output from David all year long. Thank you, David Njoku. Chief Slam.
All right, and my first tight end, I've got Evan Ingram, who I talked up. I think is going to be fantastic this year. He's about, he's neck and neck with my backup tight end who's on the bench right now, which we'll get to later. I'm still kind of debating who to start, honestly, in the first week. But, yeah, they're playing Tennessee. I don't think Tennessee's too good this year. I don't think they're going to be awful, but I think that they're going to want to target him, too, first year in Denver. I think he's going to be really, really good, really productive on that offense. And, Bo Nix loves to check down, so he'll probably get it to him.
I love to check out Bo Nix. I am just so excited that it's back.
Oh, me too.
It feels crazy.
Yeah.
It finally feels real this week. This is like the weeks leading up to Christmas. You're like, it's not going to happen again. I'm not going to get gifts. And then a few days before, you're like, fuck, I might get some fucking gifts.
Yeah, there's not going to be a Sunday until February where we're not watching football.
Yes! All right. My next pick. What do I got? My first flex here?
Yeah.
I got sold on this like a week or so ago that people have been sleeping on DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers being a potentially really dangerous duo.
Because they're both old.
They did pay him a lot of money. He is a diva, and now he is in a place where he is clear wide receiver number one. I like their other options, as you'll see later in my roster here. I don't know. I feel like I got DK in round 7. Oh, no, round 8? No, round 5. I got him in round 5. Okay,
that's great.
So that's
great value.
I got him before I got Pat Mahomes, and I went, 5'9", 6'2". So I got DK, then Pat Mahomes. I like this. I
also went 5'9", 6'2". In high school. I grew from 5'9" to 6'2".
I think I have enough safety on the back end of the roster if this doesn't work out.
6'1.5" if you want to be.
And he's a flex, so I can play anybody else really. But I think the upside here for DK is literally wide receiver 1. So
and I love DK when I'd love to see him flex because he's a freak athlete and he's very buff, and as are most of the players in the league. You guys all look great. All right, next. Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, I was jealous of
My
this one.
wide receiver room is pretty stacked, especially because I feel like Xavier Worthy might be better than JSN this year.
Yeah.
He's like probably, at least for the first couple weeks before Rashee Rice gets back, he's the number one option there, probably, at least as a wide receiver, like true wide receiver. And also I love doing like the jet sweep with him and shit. Yeah. So there's a lot of like options of ways they can use Xavier Worthy. He's gotten a little bit bigger too. He's still really fast. I was happy to get him. I was surprised I got him when I got him. I don't remember when I got him because I didn't write all that stuff down.
Which is super great.
Well, I don't like to do much research. I do research for the other stuff, for the music stuff.
No research. You could have taken a screenshot. It says it.
Yeah, I didn't know where to do that in the app.
That's all right, dude. You're still learning, and you're still the champ.
I know.
Undisputed champ.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and I was jealous of this pick. Great pick, man.
Thanks, man.
Into our second flex, because it is a double flex league.
Yeah.
I got Aaron Jones. I don't know about this. This is another this is in the DK territory for me.
See, I was jealous of this pick. I had him last year, and he was awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. He's on the wrong side of 30. He's had off-season tweaks and injuries. I got him in the 8th round, though, and if there's potential for... I know J.J. McCarthy's really good with the play action. He does under center really well, which is rare for a young quarterback, and he's proven as like a bell cow back, and to get that in the 8th round is pretty dope. And so pending injuries, I think Aaron Jones is a great pick. I'm just a little... You always got to be able... It's like Aaron Jones is in like the James Conner class.
Yeah.
You drafted a 31-year-old running back. There's young guys behind him. Jordan Mason is RB2, I think, in Minnesota.
Yep.
If he goes down for 2 weeks, and even if it's a mild injury and those young guys show good production, then you end up in a splitting territory because he's not young enough to like have control of that position. So pray for health, pray for joy, and pray for peace on earth. Aaron Jones, bring me that chip.
And pray for rain. All right.
We need it.
Next. Jerry Jeudy. My wide receiver room is absolutely
electric.
Dope. It's awesome. Jerry Jeudy has a chance. I mean, he's number one in Cleveland by 1.5 miles. And he was fantastic in fantasy last year. I don't know why he slipped the way that he did, but I definitely knew I had to pick him before you were about to pick him.
I know, yeah.
And I stole a few Cleveland Browns from you. There's another one that we'll get to much later that I definitely stole from you. But yeah, I mean, Jerry Jeudy is just electric. So I'm very excited to have him on the squad. Welcome, Jerry.
Did you draft Flacco late?
No, just don't talk about it.
Oh,
We'll get
sorry.
to it later. What are you doing?
I don't know.
We're doing a show here.
All right, I guess, is it my
anticipation.
defense or my kicker?
Who gives a shit?
It's my kicker. I got Chase McLaughlin. This is the first year in fantasy I've ever drafted a kicker, and I think the last kicker I drafted was Phil Dawson. I've been playing fantasy for about 18 years, and so yeah, I drafted Phil Dawson at one point. But kickers can matter. They can be sturdy. He was 5th in the league, or 5th in fantasy last year, at least on the sleeper league, the way we play it. Averaged like 14 or something a week. I think Tampa Bay is going to put up a ton of points. I think Baker can always get you into position. They play in a hot stadium. He's going to, at home at least, he's going to have a bunch of great opportunities to kick a bunch of long field goals. I like it. I like his last name because you can't spell it without Mick Lynn. And laugh.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And I was the first to draft a kicker. Cameron Dicker the kicker. I love it. And I really like being a pioneer in these drafts. I was the first to draft a QB, first to draft a kicker. And look what
pioneers.
It's a trend. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a tastemaker. A lot of people started doing what I was doing. It was almost like annoying. There were a bunch of copycats in the chat.
We all got our noses pierced.
What's up, chat? Yeah, he's a good kicker, so I got him. Next.
My defense.
Yep.
This one you did set a trend with, because when you picked a defense, I was like, I got to get a good one this year. Because like kickers, I oftentimes just invest too much in depth at skill positions. And then I'll literally go week by week waiver wiring whoever has the best matchup or projected points, which, again, I don't think is a terrible move. I think you can have success with that, but it is really nice to have a really good defense. I know Philly has a really hard schedule this year as Super Bowl winners get dealt, but they have so much talent on that defense that I think the amount of turnovers specifically and sacks they're going to be able to force, I think this defense puts up big numbers.
Yeah, I was the first, again, to draft a defense. I started the trend, and I got the Denver Broncos. Kronk!
Riley's defense is the Denver Broncos.
Thank you. Oh
which is just stupid, honestly.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had drafted the Packers, which is weird because obviously, like, whatever. The big trade happened. Micah Parsons went there, but he's apparently going to need shots and stuff, and he's like, his back is all messed up.
I just think divisionally, this is a dumb division to pick the first defense.
I don't care about that. I'm saying, like, the Packers last year forced a lot of fumbles and turnovers and interceptions. Like, they were... Like, they're a high-scoring defense, and I feel like they'll continue that, and I kind of wish that I had, like, thought about that. Instead, I was like, the Broncos, just to me, have the best defense.
Right.
Like, roster-wise, I feel like they're going to be the best defense this year. And, I didn't really think about schedule or any of that other stuff. I probably shouldn't have picked them first, but I knew that I had to set that trend. Otherwise, everybody would be looking up at me saying, King, what do we do?
Yep.
What are we going to do this round? Please tell us, Riley. And so I told them.
All right, let's get into our bench here. First guy on my bench, I got Dak Prescott. You guys are well aware of how high I am on him and the George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb tandem they are. I'm even higher on him as a fantasy player with Micah leaving now because I just think they're going to be down more in games and on the field a ton. This is going to be big health play here. Dak's got to stay healthy, and their run game has to be something. It has to become something.
Right.
Otherwise, he's just
exist.
Yeah, has to exist. So you'll see the belief I gave in that later on. But he's interception prone, but I think with the weapons this year, he really does have an opportunity to go for crazy big numbers. And I got him in the 14th round. So second to last round. I'm pretty happy with that. I got 2 quality quarterbacks. I needed a reasonable backup, someone to rest on the bye. So yeah, I got Dak on the bench.
Yep, he's high on Dak. He's absolutely smoking Dak. Okay.
I forgot you drafted Shador. What a waste of a pick.
Yeah, so in the 16th round, I was able to
a lot of value in the 16th.
Steal Shador from Graydon, who was about to pick him. I
would have never crossed my mind. That's the QB3 on one of the worst rosters in the NFL. That was a great draft pick.
It's interesting how earlier you referenced that, Njoku's chemistry with Shador as if that's an inevitability.
No.
He's going to start. Well, I don't even know if that's true. I don't care.
Yeah.
16th round, I don't give a shit.
I got great value in the
last
16th.
Year
You'll see
Ricky,
that.
I picked Ricky Pearsall last year. He got shot, and I picked him right afterwards because I was like, that's awesome. It's like a morale pick.
Yeah,
be legendary. To be legendary in the league, you have to pick guys like Shador Sanders.
Yep.
And I think it's totally a locker room pick. It's exciting. People are going to be hyped about it.
Do you have a backup quarterback?
Yeah, I have a different one.
Oh, okay. You drafted 3 quarterbacks. That's always good.
3, yeah.
All right. My next bench player, I got Jaden Blue, RB1 to start the year with Dallas. This is a total we'll see. I got him in the 13th round. The room is crowded. He looked pretty good. This is like a 13th round bet of like, well, maybe he ends up starting and being the main back for 14 games. No one really knows Jaden Blue that well unless you're like an absolute football head. Mm-hmm. So he looked good in the preseason game I watched of Dallas. I think I don't know.
Like Arnold from Hey Arnold. If you're an absolute football head.
Yeah.
Okay. Next. Justin Herbert is my backup quarterback.
Yeah.
I picked him also pretty early. I don't know why. I just kind of was like, you got to look at the bye week for the Ravens. I got to pick the quarterback with a different one. I felt like the quarterbacks were starting to get picked up for backups, and I was like, nobody's picked Justin Herbert yet. I was debating between him and Jordan Love. I picked Justin Herbert. Jordan Love got picked a little bit later.
Yeah.
Whatever. I
Herbert
don't really
less
care.
interception prone.
He's a great trade piece at a certain point.
If someone goes down.
All right. If someone goes down, I can trade him for hopefully a running back. So if there's anybody in my league that's watching this,
Huntley,
get him ready, especially Huntley. I already thought about it. I thought about sending a trade offer over to you.
Ooh, a pre-week 1 swap.
Yeah, but whatever. Nice. Justin Herbert, I don't really care about him. I don't really want to watch the Chargers too much, so
okay.
I just kind of got him.
Seems like you're losing like joy for the game.
No, the rest of the bench is awesome. It just kind of like it went in an order I didn't expect it to.
Yeah, okay. Who do I got?
I thought Shador was going to be the finale of the video.
Okay, who do I got next? Okay, this is. I had another draft right before this draft, and for some reason, it just kind of. It came to me that I think Stephon Diggs is going to have that really great year.
Let's see, in a Werner's sense, let's see if Boston is cooler for Stephon Diggs.
Yeah. I think something about the Patriot system kind of keeps his antics at bay during the season. And I think if he wants to get another big contract, he kind of needs to have a good season here. And Drake May has the talent to do that. I like the Travion Henderson draft. So I do think they'll have a solid run game. And there's really no one else that like freaks me out. And like as long as Stephon Diggs is healthy and can make some sort of friendship or chemistry with Drake May, I think he's going to have a really great year. So
sure,
I got him in the 9th round too. I think that's good value for a guy who has really high potential. So between him and DK, those are kind of my flyer picks on wide receivers.
Yeah. All right, let's get to my next one. Billy. I finally got Bill. I picked him far too early.
I
picked him a lot earlier than like even there. It's like I had to scroll a lot to find him and pick him when I did.
I liked it though,
and I do think he's gonna be great. I think like it proves it that they sent away Brian Robinson. They were like, we got Austin Eckler and we got this guy, and he's a rookie and maybe he'll be great. And I think by week 3 we'll kind of see the way that they're using him. And then about halfway through the year, I maybe get to utilize him a lot more. We'll see what happens. Throw him in a flex spot or something. But yeah, I was happy. But again, my running back room is kind of weak compared to the rest of the league. So.
Very young.
Yeah. I wrote here, I'm high on rookies. I have so many rookies on my team.
And I'm high on cookies, the strain.
You're high on Dak. You already said that.
What?
You're smoking Dak. You're cooking and smoking Dak.
Fuck, I did say that.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, so who else do I got on my bench? I got Josh Downs, another wide receiver. I'm really like kind of a sleeper. I'm high on Josh Downs
because that's the app that we use.
Yeah, Josh Downs is a bit of a sleeper here. I know Pittman's the WR1 there, and I don't know. I like Josh Downs. I think what he did with Danny Dimes in the preseason looked promising, and then if Anthony Richardson gets in, it's kind of like who knows. what's going to happen? He's going to throw the ball 95 yards, and hopefully Josh Downs is down there to pick it up.
Yeah.
I think, I feel good about Josh Downs.
Yeah, I hope that he doesn't tip the ball up in the air and then it gets intercepted, so there won't be a turnover on downs. Next.
That'd be a.
Oh wait, no, it wouldn't. Yeah, never mind. Whatever. He drops it, and then it's fourth down, and he drops it. Sorry, turnover on downs. Whatever. Xavier Legette.
Personality hire.
No, he's like. Who else do they have there?
I wouldn't draft a wide receiver for Carolina.
See, to me though, I'm like, okay, they got rid of Adam Thielen, and now they're just gonna be throwing it to him. And if everybody says that Bryce Young's gonna have that true comeback season that he's gonna have to throw it to somebody. And everybody wants to see the celebrations. If the refs are truly in on this script, they're gonna want to see him ride the horse. Yeah. They're going to want to see him do all this stuff. They want interviews with him. They got to have him have a good year. And so I'm banking on that. He is like one of the last picks for me.
Yeah, he's super talented too.
Yeah,
I root for Xavier Legette, but I
got two guys named Xavier.
Yeah, that's great. I just can't
How many
help
do you
it.
have named Xavier?
It's hard for me to feel confident.
Literally none.
About, 32% roster.
Yep. Well, you again are looking at the sheep and not thinking about your own farm.
Okay, next for me.
Yeah.
Dalton Kincaid. I needed a backup tight end. I was really surprised he fell to me. I was keeping my watchful eye on the tight ends, and I feel like he fell like 5 extra spots. I got him in round 11, pick 9.
Yeah.
I'm pretty stoked on that. He has Josh Allen. Anybody you can get who's Josh Allen is throwing to, I feel like is worth having on your team, let alone the number 1 tight end, who I got to back up David Njoku 4 rounds later. So yeah. I'm happy with that pick.
I'm surprised you picked him because let me tell you guys something. This guy doesn't need a kink aid. He's an absolute freak in the bedroom. Next.
Well, you got to aid the kinks. You can't do it all yourself.
You don't need an aid, though. You can do it all yourself because you're crazy. All right. I got Emeka Egbuka. I was happy. I can't believe he fell to me because I know he's a rookie, but like this is one of those that I have a feeling next year is like a first or second round pick for sure. Mm-hmm. I think he's an absolute stud.
Sounds like what we said about Marvin Harrison last year too.
Yeah, that's true. Whoa. But here's the thing. Emeka Egbuka has Baker Mayfield throwing him in the rock, and you got what, Kyler Murray over there? It's
not me. That's what he has.
You have Marvin Harrison, correct?
Yeah, but I don't have him. I'm not throwing him anything.
All right, well, I'm
going to throw you a bone with this whole attitude you put on for this video and just kind of write it off to like...
I'm going to win the league again.
Yeah, that's just not... I'll get a tattoo if you do. How about that?
Let's go.
Now that we're on camera, I'll do that.
Okay. All right.
I'll get a tattoo of 2 cherries. Like a slutty tattoo.
No, I get to pick the tattoo.
No, you do not.
Yes, I won't pick anything crazy. You know I'm not like you. I'm not like that. I would pick something classy and awesome for you to have for the rest of your life. I would not put some trash, some rubbish on you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will get a tattoo if Riley wins the league again. Everybody hears it.
It's not going to be slutty, by the way. I disagree with those tattoos. I think they're a sin. EE, welcome to the team.
Yeah, great pick. I was jealous of that one. Here's the pick I got in round 16, which I was kind of amazed by. Do we not remember how productive Jonnu Smith was last year?
Yeah, but he's playing behind Freiermuth in Pittsburgh.
I don't think he's behind. I think it's the 2 tight ends. Aaron Rodgers, great play action, great under center. He's an athletic tight end. He's reunited with Arthur Smith, who he played with in Atlanta, who he was very productive with.
But end of the year, he was not very good. That's why he fell that way.
Yeah, I'm just
saying it makes sense. And also, he's not the TE1 in Pittsburgh.
I just think round 16, I got actual value here while other people were out doing joke picks, drafting QB3s. I think I got a guy who... Once injuries start to happen, I either see a bunch of trade value, because I would love to trade the Steelers off of my team if anybody wants DK or Jonnu, but I see his stock rising week by week as injuries start to happen.
Listen, dude, if you think that was a joke pick, okay, I'm sorry that I'm an emotional person and I couldn't watch Shador fall anymore. He already did that in the real draft, and now he's going to fall all the way out of our fantasy draft. That's heartbreaking for a guy who's worked so hard. So it's such a legendary family. And I'm honored that I get to have him on my fantasy team. And I think I might start him at some point. Probably not. All right. Do I have another one, or is that it? Oh, yeah.
A great pick.
Yeah, this is the tight end I was talking about earlier. It's like him or Evan Ingram. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know who to start. I think Tyler Warren is absolutely fantastic. I think he's going to be one of the best 5 tight ends in the league. I just think it might be, slower start. They don't know how to utilize him. New QB there. That system is still being figured out. But I think he's going to be really, really good.
I do too.
I think him and Colston Loveland are both going to be good as rookie tight ends. So yeah, I was happy to get him. I think I might have even drafted him before Evan Ingram. I don't remember, but either way, they were like 2 rounds apart probably. So.
I feel like you went like tight end, defense, tight end, or something like that.
It's possible.
I don't know. You have great wide receiver and tight ends. I will say that,
Thank
and
you.
I don't think you're gonna regret the running backs you have because running backs in a PPR are ultimately less valuable.
Yeah,
So.
I think your whole team is dog water, and you're going to lose the league. Probably last place.
That's probably
Yeah.
it. I don't think we have any more picks to talk about. Those are our fantasy leagues. We can post like screenshots of our whole team side by side or something, and you guys can maybe vote.
Seems like the video already kind of did that.
Well, yeah, what we didn't
We'll
show.
put a poll in chat. Or,
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to think of more ways they can interact with it.
I don't like that.
Okay, no, he doesn't like
I
that.
don't like that.
Yeah, your attitude's washed. You are chopped. And this is going to be a hell of a year.
Chad, am I cooked?
We'll keep you posted on week by week who's scoring more and who's doing better and who go Browns.
Yeah, go Browns. We do have more videos coming out. We got predictions on Thursday for the first slate of games. That's exciting.
Woo!
Also, NFL Feud coming up. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or Friday, but we've got a new episode of NFL Feud. It's awesome. It was a really good time, and it was filmed an hour before Micah Parsons got traded. Yeah. So that's just time stamping it for you. So if we make no sense in that, that's why. And once again, congratulations to Veronica Slowikowska in Bill Belichick
In
news.
Alabama.
It looks like Unk is washed. Okay.
All right, love you. That was Cheap Seats. Go Brownies. Roll it, Kronk.
Oh, uh-oh.
Roll it, Kronk.
Uh-oh. Crunk.
Roll it, Kronk. Yeah, God damn it. He's done, right?
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's still in the water park up. It's not supposed to be up. That's all right. It's up now. It's good for the orange screen. Good job, Kronk.
Attaboy.